Are you looking to create hands-free POV videos with your iPhone? In this video, I'll show you what I believe is the best way to capture immersive shots on your phone, which is to use a magnetic phone holder along with a neck mount. I'll take you through how the setup works, highlight its key advantages compared to other POV filming options like a neck-mounted action camera, and talk about some difficulties I encountered while using it. But before we jump into the review, let me show you some footage I captured using this mount so you can get an idea of what's possible with a neck-mounted iPhone. So let's start by looking at how everything fits together. The setup consists of two main parts: the neck mount, which wraps around your neck and has an action camera mount for attaching various devices, and the magnetic phone holder, which screws into the neck mount so you can easily attach your iPhone. I got both as a combo, but you can also purchase the magnetic phone holder separately if you already have a compatible neck mount. The neck mount itself is straightforward and similar to others on the market, but this one includes an air cushion beneath the mounting area for added comfort. It also comes with an optional strap for a more secure fit, though it's more for when you're filming intense action with an action camera and not typically necessary for casual recording with your iPhone on the magnetic mount. This is the magnetic phone holder, which I find far superior to standard clamp style mounts for reasons I'll discuss shortly. Because it's MagSafe compatible, you can attach your iPhone directly if you don't use a case, or if you have a MagSafe enabled case. If, like me, you use a non-MagSafe case, you'll need to apply the included magnetic ring to the back of your case. Without the ring, the magnet's strength is greatly reduced, and your phone will easily come off like I'm showing you here. I found the magnetic strength to be about the same whether I mount my iPhone directly or use the included ring that I stuck onto my case. However, unlike when mounting it to my iPhone directly, when using the dedicated magnetic ring, the phone can rotate around the ring if pushed, but it hasn't been a major issue and it never caused the phone to fall off. While I wouldn't recommend using this magnetic holder for fast-paced sports or similarly intense activities, it's perfectly secure for everyday shooting. Best of all, it's convenient. Just snap your phone on and off without messing with a clamp. Even though a clamp mechanism should be more secure in theory, I've actually dropped my phone with the clamp several times because either it couldn't accommodate the phone case or it slipped out when I tried to keep the jaws open. In contrast, I'm yet to drop my phone with the magnetic mount, making me believe it's less prone to user error. For me, the biggest advantage of using this magnetic phone holder and neck mount combo is how easily you can see what you're filming by just looking down at your phone's screen. If you mount your iPhone with a clamp that doesn't have any extension, the screen isn't visible and only after filming can you know whether your footage came out okay. Now, I don't own one personally, but if you own an Apple Watch, you can technically use that as a separate monitor. However, as someone who frequently records POV videos with an action camera while using a phone as a monitor, I find not having to deal with a separate monitor to be miles more convenient. Using a separate monitor has its advantages, but it also requires you to pair the monitor with your recording device, which is an extra step. By comparison, being able to achieve everything on just one device is liberating and saves a lot of time. For those of you that film vertical videos, do note that screen visibility does drop significantly when filming in portrait mode, which is achieved by either rotating the mount on the neck mount or rotating your iPhone by 90 degrees on the magnetic ring. Another advantage of this setup is the improved image quality and versatility you get from using your iPhone camera instead of an action camera. For example, here's some footage I captured with my DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro mounted to a neck mount. Notice how the text on my Fuji camera's LCD screen isn't very sharp, which is because action cameras typically have a fixed focus with a minimum focus distance of around 30 to 60 centimeters. By contrast, the iPhone 15 Pro Max's main and ultra-wide cameras have much shorter minimum focus distances and the ability to autofocus, meaning the text appears much sharper. This is crucial if you plan to film close-up shots, such as during an unboxing like this. Another big plus of using a smartphone like the iPhone 15 Pro for POV recording is that you get two focal length options. The main camera with a 24mm equivalent, which is great for most scenarios and provides the best image quality, as well as a 30mm equivalent ultra-wide when you need to capture a wider view similar to what you'd expect from an action camera. While this setup is fantastic for POV shots where you need both hands free, like DIY projects or cooking, it does come with a few drawbacks when filming walking tours or bike rides. When you walk and want to capture what's straight ahead, you'll need to tilt the phone upwards, which pushes the screen flatter and closer to your chest. This makes it harder to glance down and monitor your shot. Although I could still see my screen while walking, sometimes slightly retracting my chin if necessary, it just wasn't very convenient or comfortable. The issue becomes significantly more pronounced when biking because you naturally lean forward when cycling. Tilting the phone to capture the horizon means you can't see your screen at all, which means you don't get the advantage of being able to see your iPhone screen while recording. As a result, I ended up with clips like this that were pointed towards the ground, and also clips like this where the horizon wasn't level. I also felt a bit uneasy using a magnetic mount for higher speed activities, even though everything turned out just fine. For these reasons, I'll stick to using the neck mount with either my Osmo Action 5 Pro or Osmo Pocket 3 for biking videos. While I think this neck mount combo is the best option for POV shooting on your smartphone, it can't match the fully immersive feel of an action camera mounted on a head strap or helmet mount. When you mount a camera on your head, it naturally follows every movement, which is why some of my favorite YouTubers use head-mounted setups for that "you're right there" experience. With the neck mount, you can adjust the tilt, but doing so during recording can be disruptive to the flow of the video. You can also introduce some camera movement by shifting your posture, like pushing out your chest, hunching over, or leaning back, but the range of motion is inevitably more limited than a head-mounted perspective. So would I recommend an iPhone neck mount and magnetic holder combo like this one? Well, if you've ever been in a situation where you want to record something hands-free but can't hold up your phone because you've only got two hands to work with, then the answer is absolutely yes. It's become my go-to method for POV videos around the house because it's so convenient to snap the phone in place and monitor footage directly on the iPhone screen. Compared to using an Osmo Pocket 3 or Osmo Action 5, where you have to pair the camera with your phone for monitoring, this setup is just far less hassle. However, there are definitely situations where other setups work better. As mentioned, the neck mount isn't ideal for walking or cycling, and I wouldn't recommend using it for anything more intense because of the magnetic connection. While I like it for deliberate filming, I still prefer an action camera for set it and forget it type POV recording, since an action camera doesn't get in the way and frees up your phone for other tasks.